The average refrigerator sold today will be in a landfill within 13 years. In the 1970s, that same appliance lasted over 20. That quiet collapse means a typical household will spend $4,500 just replacing one fridge over 30 years. But there are exactly 5 models still engineered to last, and the reason most people never find them comes down to a cost rule almost no one talks about. A refrigerator used to be a once-in-a-generation purchase. In the 1970s, a family could expect their fridge to run for more than 20 years, sometimes closer to 30, before it even needed a major repair. Today, that expectation has quietly vanished. The average modern refrigerator will fail in just 10 to 13 years, and most will never see their 15th birthday. The sticker price on a new mid-range model, about $1,500, does not sound outrageous until you realize how often you will be paying it. Over a typical 30-year span of homeownership, that $1,500 cost repeats itself every decade. 3 fridges, 3 full-price purchases, and that is before you count the cost of delivery, haul-away fees, or any repairs in between. The math is brutal. $1,500 multiplied by 3 cycles equals $4,500 spent just to keep food cold. There is no trade-in value, no salvage payoff. The old unit is usually hauled off to a landfill, fully depreciated, and ready to be replaced by another short-lived successor. This cycle is not an accident. The shift from 20-year workhorses to 10-year throwaways lines the pockets of manufacturers and retailers, but it quietly drains the bank accounts of millions of homeowners. Replacement intervals are now baked into the product's DNA. A typical warranty covers just 1 year for parts and labor, sometimes stretching to 10 years for the compressor, the very part most likely to fail as soon as the warranty expires. The message is clear: plan on buying again soon. For most families, the cost is not just theoretical. Surveys show nearly half of American households have replaced their main refrigerator within the past 10 years. Only a slim minority, about 12%, still own a fridge that has lasted 2 decades or more. That means the vast majority are paying the $4,500 penalty over a normal home ownership stretch, whether they realize it or not. The financial impact is even sharper when you factor in the rising price of new appliances. A decade of inflation can push that $1,500 price tag higher, and energy costs continue to climb as well. But even without those extras, the straight-line cost of repeating the purchase every 10 years is already a quiet drain on the average household savings. The numbers do not lie. The most expensive refrigerator is the one you have to buy 2 or 3 times. And yet most people do not see the trap until they are already on their 2nd or 3rd replacement. The next step is to look past the sticker price and examine what is really driving these hidden costs. Operating a refrigerator isn't just about the sticker price. It's about what it costs to keep running, fix when it fails, and replace when it dies early. The energy draw is a hidden drain. A typical mass-market fridge burns through about 800 kilowatt-hours of electricity every year. That's $104 annually at today's average utility rates. And over 20 years, the power bill alone adds up to more than $2,000. But the real wallet shock comes from repairs. Data from the nation's largest appliance service networks show that the average consumer refrigerator triggers 0.12 repair calls per year, about 1 service visit every 8 years. Each repair averages $300, and the odds of a major failure spike when the warranty ends. In contrast, commercial-grade fridges built for restaurants and labs, like the ones making the cut for this list, generate just 0.04 service calls per year. That's 1/3 the repair burden, or 1 visit every 25 years on average. And repairs cost less because modular parts can be swapped in under an hour. So how do you separate a fridge that's engineered to last from one that's built to be replaced? 3 criteria. cut through the marketing fog. First, commercial-grade components, heavy-duty compressors, stainless steel or reinforced cabinets, and control boards rated for continuous operation. Second, a documented service history of at least 20 years, either from field records, long-term owner reports, or industry surveys. Third, parts availability for at least 10 to 15 years after the model's launch, proven by active OEM catalogs and service networks. Only refrigerators that meet all three standards qualify as truly buy it for life. This isn't just a theoretical checklist. Manufacturer spec sheets and repair firm records back up these requirements. For example, a true T49 reach enlists a 30,000-hour compressor and a 10-year parts guarantee right in the manual. Service logs show units running in restaurants for over 2 decades with minimal downtime. Traulson's legacy models offer similar proof, with parts still available for units built in the early 2000s. Meanwhile, mass-market brands often discontinue parts support after 7 years, leaving owners stranded when a control board fails. The difference in repair rates is not a fluke. Consumer fridges with indoor ice makers, water dispensers, and electronic touchscreens see failure rates double those of basic mechanical control models. Industry data puts the 5-year service incident rate for feature-heavy fridges at nearly 30% compared to under 10% for simpler designs. That's why the list ahead screens out models with extra electronics and focuses on robust, repairable construction. The filter is strict: commercial-grade guts, proven 20-year track record, and real-world parts support. Anything less is just another short-term gamble. Sub-Zero's Classic Series stands as a direct challenge to the idea that every fridge is disposable. Since its founding in Madison, Wisconsin in 1945, Sub-Zero has built refrigerators around commercial-grade parts and repairable designs. The Classic's dual compressor system, one for the fridge, one for the freezer, means each compartment runs independently, reducing wear and extending service life, making them durable. Stainless steel interiors, oversized evaporators, and mechanical controls are standard, not upgrades. Service records document Sub-Zero units running smoothly for 26 years or more, with replacement parts still available for models built in the late 1990s. Technicians report service call rates as low as 0.05 per year, about 1 call every 2 decades. True Residential, rooted in Missouri since 1945, borrows directly from restaurant duty engineering. Their reach-in models use a copper refrigeration loop rated for 30,000 hours, over 3 years of continuous runtime. The cabinet is heavy-gauge stainless steel, and every interior panel is fastened with hex head screws for quick access. Parts catalogs confirm compressors and evaporators remain in stock long after the original warranty ends. Restaurant owners routinely log over 20 years on the same unit, often with just a door gasket replaced along the way, demonstrating engineering that is long-lasting. GE's basic top freezer models, especially those without dispensers or digital displays, quietly rack up decades of service. These units rely on simple dial controls and robust reciprocating compressors. Service data shows an average of 0.05 repair calls per year, and owner testimonials describe fridges lasting well past the 20-year mark with only minor maintenance. The pattern is clear: overbuilt hardware, modular systems, and a focus on essential functions, not gadgetry, are what separate these survivors from the pack. Liebherr's Monolith series represents a rare European approach to lasting refrigeration. Each unit features a single-piece stainless steel shell and a variable speed compressor designed for more than 20,000 hours, over 19 years, of continuous household use. Service records show monoliths and their predecessors running well past 2 decades, supported by a global network that still stocks core parts for models dating back to the early 2000 era. The modular build allows technicians to replace failed components without dismantling the cabinet, keeping repairs straightforward and costs contained. This mirrors the standards found in commercial kitchens, where stainless interiors and oversized evaporators are the norm. Whirlpool's commercial and basic top freezer models offer a different formula. Mechanical dial controls, robust reciprocating compressors, and minimal electronics. Built in American factories, these units avoid digital displays and water lines, reducing failure points. Service data confirms compressors routinely last over 20,000 hours, with some units running more than 22 years. Parts remain available for at least 15 years. And even early 2000 models are still in service with only routine maintenance. Feature-heavy refrigerators promise convenience, but often deliver hidden costs. French door models with indoor ice makers and smart screens see service calls nearly triple within the first 5 years, about 0.12 calls per unit per year, compared to just 0.04 for commercial-grade designs. The most common culprit isn't the compressor, it's the electronic control board, which can run $450 or more to replace. Water lines and dispensers add another weak spot. Nearly 30% of these systems will leak or fail within a decade. Each repair chips away at the savings you thought you had. Over 30 years, the numbers tell a clear story. Replacing a $1,500 fridge every 10 years brings the total to $4,500, but that's just the starting line. Add energy and repairs, and the real cost climbs past $6,300. By contrast, a single well-built unit that runs for 20 years, then gets replaced once, costs about $6,580 over the same period, but with far fewer headaches and less waste. The rule is simple. The most expensive fridge is the one you have to buy twice. Choose wisely, and your kitchen could run on the same machine until 2045. Right now, most new fridges are engineered to fail before year 13, guaranteeing thousands in extra cost per household. The numbers don't lie. Durable, repairable models break this cycle. Every replacement is a choice. Buy once, buy smart, or pay the math for decades. What will your fridge really cost?